Hi, my name is RyannGuilliams, and today I'd like to talk to you about a subject that is becoming more and more a topic for discussion and a headline for our news: bullying. And what's worse, the consequences of bullying. You see, many people don't realize the impact that a simple smile or a kind word could have in making someone's day a good one. On the other hand, people also don't realize the impact that a glare or a cruel word could have in pushing someone to a dangerous edge. With that being said, I'd like to introduce you to a story that puts some of these little details into perspective. Jennifer Brown's The Hate List. Valerie Leffman saw herself as a normal teenage girl. She had 2 loving parents, complained about school even though she still cared about doing well academically, and even had a boyfriend she was in love with, Nick. They shared and talked about everything, and though neither of them were extremely popular, Val was okay with it. They got on well enough with just each other, and when somebody at school would bother them, they would just write their names down in what was called the hate list. To Val, this was just an easy way to vent her frustrations and move on. But what she didn't realize was that Nick was using it as a hit list for the bullies who bothered them. Valerie's world came crashing down the day that Nick decided to open fire on their local high school and then turn the gun on himself. At the start of the book, 3 months has passed, and Val has to return to the scene of the crime to complete her senior year. But with the memories and truth of what happened plaguing her, how can she face all those innocent lives who were damaged by the actions of her and Nick? But how was she supposed to know he'd take it so far? I'd like to read you an excerpt from the book. He'd been hanging around with this guy Jeremy for a while now, and every day he seemed to pull further and further away from me. I was afraid he was going to break up with me, so I just played along like it was no big deal that we hardly ever saw each other anymore. I didn't want to push him. He'd been so volatile lately, and I didn't want to start a fight. I didn't ask him what he was doing on those days he didn't show up, and instead just texted him back that the idiots in bio needed to be dunked in formaldehyde, and that McNeil is lucky I don't have a gun. That last one would really come back to bite me later. Really, they all would. But that last one would make me vomit every time I thought about it for a long time. You see, you don't realize how important the little things can be to a person until sometimes it's too late. But Val wasn't the only one who had to learn that the hard way. In Jay Asher's 13 Reasons Why, Clay Jensen learns of classmate Hannah Baker's suicide and is devastated. She was the girl who got away, the friend he lost but was too afraid to try and get back. Now, it's too late. When one day he receives an anonymous package addressed to him from Hannah, he's shocked. In the package, he finds 13 cassette tapes, each tape addressed to one specific person, and each person a reason that Hannah says she decided to end her life. Discovering that he could be one of those reasons is both confusing and heartbreaking, but he soon learns how important it is to pay attention to those around you. Finally, we have The Bully Book by Eric Gale. Loosely based on the author's own experiences in school, we follow young Eric Haskins. Eric Haskins entered 6th grade and is immediately labeled as the class outcast. As rumors, gossip, and horrible names begin constantly circulating about him, Eric decides to find the source. During his investigation, he comes across The Bully Book, a how-to manual for becoming a bully. Now, determined even more than ever to find its author, Eric digs deep into his investigative skills to get to the bottom of the 6th grade bully, but in the process also learns how to become a stronger person who is secure in his own skin. You see, bullying comes in many forms, and people deal with it in different ways. But these books give their readers a deeper understanding of the roles that they might play in people's lives, and even a stronger understanding of the impact it has on their own. I strongly encourage you to go to your local library and check out one of these books. They are so much more than just an interesting read. Thank you.